Hello, I'm Afsaneh Ardehali from the University of Cincinnati. I apologize for not being able to join you in Japan for the ACAH 2010 conference. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, The Otherwise of the Silk Road, the gap between photographic representation and artistic expression. Historians have used photographs since the mid-19th century as objects of analysis. They collect and document photographic images and categorize facts and figures in order to record, compare, or contrast various historical events. Architects, on the other hand, take photographs to document interesting details, unique interplay of materials, colors, light, and textures. We aim to capture various spatial qualities or characteristics, or engulfed in a deep fascination with an outstanding work of architecture, architects may simply aim to hold on to the joy of their encounter. This paper explores the difference between the two divergent approaches in use of photography, and based on the works of philosophers Martin Heidegger and Maurice Merleau-Ponty, offers the resolution of these divergent viewpoints reach a point of fissure, a gap in space and time we call the otherwise. Like the Silk Road itself, a place that is neither east nor west, past or future, the otherwise persists in remaining unknown. In this space of the otherwise, visual representations offer fragmented narratives, providing partial interpretations of this region's complex layering of diverse histories, unfolding their depth and hidden qualities in contrast to referring to their facts and figures and countless quantities. The otherwise of the Silk Road escapes all categorization and belongs neither to the knowable nor unknowable, neither to the visible nor invisible. In this space of the otherwise, all documentation and visual representation collapse into artistic interpretation and disappear in usefulness, simply melting in the shimmer of experiential unfolding. Here, the most critical value of the ancient Silk Road becomes apparent in connecting the labyrinth of languages, cultures, and ethnicities, ultimately merging people and places on the way. Wonders of the ancient Silk Road goes back to 4th century BC, stretching from east to west, from Japan and China all the way to Europe, traversing across India and Persia. It spread the kingdom of silk halfway across the globe for centuries, as its multiple trade routes facilitated exchange of goods among many countries. The term Silk Road, however, was introduced in 1877 by German geographer Ferdinand von Richthofen, while these days it has gained a new interest due to global economy and politics. Our trip began in Xi'an in China and followed through Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan, crisscrossing various branches of the Silk Road in the Central Asia, ending in Istanbul in Turkey. This trip to Silk Road was an interdisciplinary project funded by the Fulbright Hays and organized by the Havikhurst Center for Russian and Post-Soviet Studies of Miami University of Ohio. Physically, politically, and metaphorically, Central Asia has been seen to span across an in-between space between the two poles of the East and the West. We traveled thousands of miles, attended various seminars and conferences in 9 universities, and met many scholars along the way. Being originally from Iran, the heart of the Silk Road, I knew that a great expanse of the Silk Road traversed the ancient Persia. As an architect, I was acutely aware of the significance of the architectural riches on this journey, observing diverse architectural forms and spaces materials and expressions built across time, lands, and cultures. In this journey, however, for me, the key to the unknown was held in the experience itself. I watched many of my colleagues gather information, record facts and figures, and document their findings, while I found myself puzzled in the space in between. For me, this trip, on one hand, held the secrets of a journey into a familiar past. On the other hand, the mysteries of unfamiliar people and places. I was going toward home, and at the same time to completely new places. Determined to solve the multi-dimensional puzzle of the Silk Road, many of my colleagues aim to trace the actual routes traversed by Alexander the Great in the 4th century BC, Xuanzang, Buddhist pilgrim in the 7th century, Marco Polo and Ibn Battuta in the 14th century, and Gertrude Bell in the 20th, planning to record, analyze, and present their treasured findings on their return. Naturally, the vast array of historical and geographical sites, bazaars, and markets enticed all of us. Everywhere we traveled, we learned about historical significance of ancient temples, mosques, and shrines we encountered, and met diverse scholars, curious children, friendly adults from all walks of life. In a small village in northern China, with our persistence against our tour guide's resistance, finally the bus stopped, and we all rambled through the village, a pleasant place with a tree-lined main street and full wide storm canal that made its way through on either side. Delightful, cool canopies above the whispering stream. It was a joyous treasure in the burning summer heat, with the sound of water and contrasting shades and shadows. Local children, men and women, greeted us kindly, offering us sour plums. Scattered through the village, we each had our own interactions and photo moments. I met an older man holding his little grandson in his arms. A deep smile through his wrinkled face and rugged teeth fully expressed the joy of his encounter with us. The child in his arms was more apprehensive. His extremely serious face, as thoughtful as a seasoned diplomat, was not so trusting as his elder, as though he knew better.